All right, welcome back, everybody. Wicked Energy Gum Northwest Focus Mitchell Series is over. It is time on Wingless Wednesdays for the Paukens Custom Tailgate Games 360 Wingless Sprint Car Series. These guys wrapping up the practice session for us right here. They're going to go to qualifying. We're going to go to the national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, thank you, Mr. Foley, for that fantastic rendition of the national anthem. To answer the question in chat, Jeffrey, this is the dirt version of the asphalt track. Looks like Mark Broderick going to be quick qualifier. Tyson Landis, Anthony LaPresto, James Tiernan, Rusty Kruger going to be our top five. Getting ready to find out how many heat races we are going to have. Looks like 3 heat races for us tonight. Scheduled 8 cars in our first heat race. And on the pole, the Splash and Go Graphics number 29 of Taylor Howell. On his outside, the Wicked Cushion team setting number 38 of Brett Strickler. Row 2 on the inside, the Dude Products number 210 of the Dirt Track Terror, James Tiernan. And on his outside, our quick qualifier for the night, Mark Broderick, the 808. On the inside of row number 3, the Rockstar Productions Wicked Cushion team setting number 22, Mason Hannigan. On his outside, the Dirt Track Ambassadors, Dirty Old Bastards Wicked Cushion number 93 of the Catfish, Chris Roberts. Row 4 on the inside, the Nowobi number 16 of Alex Bergeron. And on his outside, the Casey Kane Sim Racing Napa Auto Parts Wicked Energy Gum number 49 of the Hulk, David Heileman. Right now, not looking like Mr. Bergeron is making the call. Quickly look at your points. Right now, Chris Roberts, your points leader. After 10 of the 12 races, he's got a 64-point lead over Rusty Kruger. David Heileman, 70 points back of the leader. 305 back to Stephen Hill in 4th, and James Tiernan, 376 points back. So Chris Roberts needs to make features, finish races, and I think he can wrap up a points title here in these 360 wingless cars. They got the 16 car pushed out. So that back row, a couple of world championship drivers right now. The points leader in second place in that iRacing NOS Energy World of Outlaws World Championship Series, Alex Bergeron and David Heileman. Top 3, top 4. I believe we take the top 3. And we put 20 cars for the feature. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. The likes, shares, and follows. If you weren't here for the 5,000 followers event, go back and watch it. We had one whale of a time Monday night. And triple threat from the World Outlaws. 3 drivers have joined us for that. It was a blast. We got a lot of Q&A in, got some good answers, had a lot of fun. Got to see a good race in the process. But right now, green flag in the air, heat race number 1 of 3 underway. Paukens Custom Tailgate Games 360 wingless cars and right into the outside fence. Mark Broderick put the 808 car up there and he went from outside row 2 to position number 8. And we have got another car around, Chris Roberts. We'll see what happened to Mr. Roberts back here. Oh, he got a little bit of that. He got spun around. He wasn't the caution. Maybe Brett Strickler was. Yeah, Brett Strickler was a caution. Lost the car, put the right side up in the wall down the backstretch. Little tumbling. He landed on all 4s. We'll see if he can continue. Big track, a lot of speed. And these cars really like to yaw to the left pretty good. So it's Howell, Tiernan, Hannigan, Heileman, Bergeron, Broderick, Roberts, and Strickler. The running order. Good evening, Carla. You missed a pretty good race. The points are really tight now. I think it's about 4 with the drop weeks and everything. I think it's about a 4-point separation now. If what the boys told me is true. All right, not green this time, but green the next time off turn 4. 6 laps to go when we get that green. All right, Howell, Tiernan, Hannigan, 1, 2, 3. David Heileman in 4th. Bergeron, Broderick, Roberts, and Strickler rounding out the field. These guys going green off turn 4 this time. 6 laps to go. Heat race number 1 scheduled for 3. Going to put 20 cars in our feature tonight. Green flag back in the air. Taylor Howell hanging on to the lead, but Tiernan trying to work the bottom, trying to find some of that grip. Get a run down the backstretch. Mason Hannigan sitting in the 3rd spot through the middle of the track, going to come off the exit of turn 4 down on the bottom. Nobody able to close in. David Heileman working the top side. Sitting in the 4th spot. Good run for him, but he gets the door shut down the backstretch. Hannigan went back to the high side. Oh, Hannigan took it in, pitched it sideways, and pitched it all the way around. And that was enough to trigger that flag. Little contact between Bergeron and Broderick, but that was pretty innocent stuff there. Brett Strickler has taken his car to the infield, so we got 7 on track. Might have a 1-lap shootout to finish this one up. Howell, Tiernan, Heileman, Bergeron, Broderick, Roberts, Hannigan, and Strickler's car in the infield. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you're watching from anywhere but one of the Facebook pages, say hi in the chat. I can see you from YouTube. I can see you from Twitch. If you're on Facebook, drop by the Dirt Racing Network's page. Give us a like, a follow, a share. Say hi from wherever you are. We can see it in the chat. There are both the Stewarts. And how are you fine folks doing way up there in Washington tonight? Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate it. Pretty good race for that Northwest Focus Midget Series. Driver picked up his 4th win of the season. James Eden's cut the points lead. I actually think he took the points lead away from Adam Elby tonight. Well, Lathe, Kansas. Boy, I know exactly where that is. Mr. Schneider, if you haven't already, give us a like, a share, and a follow, sir. At least a like and a follow. I've been up to Shooters many times. I don't even know if it's still around. So we're going to go green the next time. Single lap to wrap up heat race number 1. Howell, Tiernan, Heileman in the transfer spots right now. Pace truck going to make the hard left off turn number 4. Taylor Howell going to bring us for our 1-lap shootout. Green and white flag going to go out together right here.
Green flag, green flag.
Green is in the air. The white flag flying with it. Tiernan trying to hang on to second, but Heileman put the left front a little bit lower. Showed him the right front tire. Didn't help him too much because Tiernan powered away down the backstretch, but off of turn 4, Taylor Howell going to win heat race 1. James Tiernan, David Heileman going to make it through into the feature race. Mark Broderick, Chris Roberts, Alex Bergeron, Mason Hannigan, and Brett Strickler. We'll see them in consolation races. Heat race 2 on the grid. The Wicked Relief Gum with CBD Wicked Cushion Team Setting number 25 of Kevin Click on the pole. 2 is outside. The 112 going to be Todd Brandt. Row 2 on the inside. The Fast 4 Media. Jake Swanson Shock Technology. Dirt Roots Apparel. Swindale Speed Lab number 5 of Rusty Kruger. Sits to the inside on his outside. The Wicked Relief Gum with CBD. 19 Designs Team Setting number 31 of Tyson Landis. Row 3 on the inside, the LaPresto Racing Wicked Cushion number 71 of John LaPresto, and 2 is outside, Top Gun Motorsports driver in the 72, Brad Faria. The 4th row on the inside, going to be the Mohawk, number 51 of Jeremy Zarfos, and 2 is outside, the Swindale Speed Labs, number 300 of Kendall Tucker. 8 more cars, 10 more laps. Top 3 straight to the feature. Everybody else, alphabet soup time. We're going to keep 20 for our feature tonight. It looks like we've got around 24. Boy, you are in a desolate place to find dirt racing, sir. Welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for tuning back in. I see you're one of our top fans. We appreciate that greatly. Heat 2, Paukens Custom Tailgate Games, 360 Wingless Series. If you missed the Northwest Focus Midget Series a little while ago, man, you missed a pretty good one. Top 2 in points ran first and second. They swapped spots. James Eden's picked up the win. Adam Elby came home second. That is going to flip that 8-point lead for Elby. Cut it in half and flip it over. It's going to put James Eden's out in front from what I understand. We got 1 week left in the season. You're going to be a barn burner next week when we tune back in on Wingless Wednesdays. Yeah, New York, New Jersey. They do some racing up that way. I know that. They don't get a long season in, but they do get some good racing in up there. All right, off turn 4. Kevin Click on the throttle. Green flag in the air. Kevin Click. Pretty good jump over Brandt, Kruger, and Landis. Landis now up the inside of Kruger trying to get that 3rd spot away. Not able to do it that time. Rusty Kruger going to settle into third. Todd Brandt hanging on to second. Kevin Click out in front, but Tyson Landis not giving up on that transfer spot just yet. He made a strong bid into 1 and 2 and then falls back about a quarter second off of the push bar. Rusty Kruger, but the top 3 under a blanket through 3 and 4. Go for a ride here with third place. He tried to peek inside of Brandt. See what the driver sees down the backstretch. Really never gets that car to full throttle. Brandt out of shape. Kruger to the inside. Brandt put it in the fence. And we'll go back and watch down the backstretch here. Todd Brandt, the green black car in the middle. He is going to put that thing up right rear into the fence. Around he goes, up and over. Lands it on his wheels. He kept the throttle in it. Able to keep it going, but he is going to have to restart way at the back of this one. Jeremy Zarfos' car off the track, so 7 cars still making circulation. James Edens won the feature, Mr. Stewart, over his teammate Adam Elby. And the boys explained to me during interviews that will flop the points, and instead of Elby having an 8-point lead, Edens will have a 4-point lead after drops and everything else. So next week should be one heck of a show. Yeah, I don't think duct tape is going to necessarily fix that one. Doesn't look like the car is any worse for the wear right now, so he is going to ride around here at the back. It's going to be Click, Kruger, Landis, Lepresto, Faria, Tucker, and Brandt still on track. Jeremy Zarfos off the track right now. Yeah, you guys need to be here. I need to get you guys on TeamSpeak so I can talk to you next week. You and Carla both, maybe in the pre-race a little bit. Maybe even in the post-race. Maybe you could come on and make a good announcement for us live. That might be extremely cool, and I would really, really like to do that with you guys. So why don't we try to make some plans in the next 7 days to do that? Talk to Carla, see what you guys can do. I always enjoy talking to you guys. Oh, man, now you're going to ask me questions I don't have answers to. Roberts, where is the midget race next week? Thank you, sir. I am finding out from race control right now. But we are about to go back to green. 4 to go when they take it. And Click got another good start. But he's got Rusty Kruger in behind Tyson Landis. Now sitting in the transfer spot, John Lepresto right outside that top 3. And Kruger closed right in on the push bar of the 25 car off turn 2. This time, slide job into 3 and 4. Can he make it stick and keep the spot? It's looking like it. The new leader, the 5K car, Rusty Kruger. Kevin Click running in second. Tyson Landis in third. Brad Faria now around Kendall Tucker, John Lepresto, and Todd Brandt. John Lepresto suddenly dropped all the way to the back of the field. Must have got out of shape in 1 and 2, and I didn't see it. There goes Brad Faria into the outside wall. Kendall Tucker around him into fourth. Tyson Landis still hanging on to third. Click in second. Kruger at the lead. 2 to go. And they're going to get the white flag off turn 4. Top 3 straight to our feature race. Everybody else going to have to work out of the B. So under the white flag, Kruger, Click, Landis, your top 3. Tucker in fourth, and Tucker is closing in. If he can get some run down the backstretch, we'll definitely see a slider in 3 and 4. Just a little too far back at this point. I think he's just going to have to finish it up. Couldn't get the car to do what he wanted. Rusty Kruger going to win heat race 2. Kevin Click, Tyson Landis going to take transfer spots. Tucker, Faria, Lepresto, Brandt, and Zarfos all going to consolations. To answer the question, where are they at next week? They will be at Lanier, and that track has always produced amazing racing. So the season finale going to be pretty awesome. Hello, Adam. All right, Heat 3 gridding out on the front stretch for us. On the pole, going to be the 40. Oh, that can't be right. Yeah, it is. It's the 44 machine of Blake Cannon. On his outside, the Wicked Cushion Team City X machine of Mike Keegan. Row 2 on the inside, the Andes. Frozen Custard, number 94, Todd LeBeau. And to his outside, Lepresto Racing Wicked Cushion, number 57 of Anthony Lepresto. Row 3 on the inside, going to be the 085 of Cole Harvey. And to his outside, the Dirt Armada Wicked Cushion Next Gen Fab. Team ABR, number 22 of Sir Fence-A-Lot, Jason Nygaard. And on the final row on the inside, Top Gun Motorsports driver in the 073, Nick McGathy. And to his outside, Dustin Hall in the 331. Final heat race of the night. Lanier is my favorite too. Again, I love that place. It always produces, I don't care what car you take there, it just produces very, very good racing on this sim. And I always enjoy calling races there, and I enjoy running races there. It's my favorite track. So if you would very much please, sir, talk to Carla, see if I could please get you guys on next week for the finale. It would be fantastic to have you guys come on during the interviews and maybe even announce who you're going to pick to come up there and drive your car at Skagit Speedway later this summer. So green next time by. Final heat race of the night, 10 laps on the board. Top 3 transferring to the feature race. Cannon and Keegan going to be on the front row for us. Well, thank you, Adam. Appreciate the stars very much, sir. If you are tuning in on Facebook or on Twitch or YouTube, please say hi in the chat. We appreciate you tuning in. Want to know you're there. If you're on any other page on Facebook but the Dirt Racing Network, drop by, give us a follow, a like, and a share. Say hi in the live chat. A lot of people in here watching right now. Ready to go green off turn number 4 for the final heat race of the night. Green flag in the air. Blake Cannon had a pretty good start with Mike Keegan, and Cannon gets the best of it down turn 1 and 2. Car upside down, Dustin Hall. Jason Nygaard. We call him Sir Fence-A-Lot, and I think he finds that as a challenge. Goes down into 1 and 2, goes up. Puts the right rear against the fence. Car tumbles around a little bit. He is going to be able to keep it rolling. Don't know how much damage is on it, but he will keep it rolling. Cannon, Keegan, Lepresto, LeBeau, Harvey, McGathy, Hall, and Nygaard. The running order. Lights are still on the pace truck. We'll have at least one more lap around. So we're going to have about 6 to go when we get the green. All right. Ready to go green this time off turn number 4. 6 laps still on the board. Top 3 transferring directly to our feature race. Everybody else is going to have to work for the final 11 spots through the B main. Pace truck is headed in. Blake Cannon is on the throttle, and the green flag is back in the air. Mike Keegan, Todd LeBeau hanging on to second or third, but Anthony Lepresto on the top side. Defending champion of the series. Now around the high side of LeBeau, and he's got third. Trying to close in. The back, Mike Keegan. Blake Cannon showing the way. Only one car not on track. Jason Nygaard has taken his car to the infield. Four laps to go that time by Keegan, now in a battle with Lepresto. Lepresto working different lines, trying to find any way around that white and orange car in front of him. Oh, and Keegan gets way out of shape and gives the spot up. Tried to work a crossover to get back, but couldn't do it. Blake Cannon, 0.8 of a second, almost 0.9 ahead of Anthony Lepresto. Mike Keegan running third. Todd LeBeau about a half a second behind. They're coming to C2 to go this time. And Todd LeBeau closing the gap. Cut a quarter second off from turn 4 to the start-finish line, and he is there. Just couldn't find enough momentum to hang on to it, and now it's back to 0.3 of a second. But this time off turn 4, Blake Cannon going to see the white flag, and Lepresto going to be there. We might see a last-ditch, last-corner slider here. Anthony Lepresto trying to get back to his winning ways in the series. Puts it down in 3 and 4, and I think Cannon's got him covered. Off of turn 4, checkered flag. Blake Cannon going to win heat race 3. Lepresto and LeBeau got around Keegan. So put Todd and LeBeau into the feature. Keegan and company, we will see them here in just a couple of minutes. Going to skip the C main, go straight to the B. And the 4th place finisher out of each race transferred directly through. Used to them doing 3 in this one. They may change it to 4 on me. So we will not see 3 cars in here. We were only going to see 12 instead of 15. 8 going to transfer through. Roberts going to be on the pole. Faria to his outside. Row 2 going to be McGathy and Hannigan. John Lepresto, Cole Harvey in row number 3. Alex Bergeron, Todd Brandt going to fill in row number 4. Row 5 going to be Dustin Hall, Brett Strickler. And on the back row, Jeremy Zarfos and Jason Nygaard. Right now looking like might be missing 1 or 2 of these guys. So we were going to start with 12. Looks like we're actually going to roll out with 9. John Lepresto, Alex Bergeron, Jason Nygaard. Not able to continue, so we'll start with 9. We're going to keep 8. So 1 car going home. They're going to have about 10 laps to get this one done. One more time around. B main. 9 cars, 8 get a stay. Almost a shame that they can't just elect to take all 9 cars and move them into the feature and skip the B main and let everybody get started here. Kind of seems unfair to send one guy home. Kevin, I don't know. A lot of these guys do that, especially if they start very deep. I don't think the Walls could take any more Nygaard tonight, though. Just kidding, Jason. All right, green this time off of turn 4. Robertson Faria on the front row, 10 laps. Top 8 transfer, 1 car going home. And green flag back in the air. Chris Roberts had a pretty good jump on Brad Faria, and he's going to lead us into turns 1 and 2. Mason Hannigan going to come through there third. Nick McGathy in the 4th spot. Watching the battle down the backstretch, Faria drove right up to the push bar of the 93 car, and he wasn't able to do anything with it on the entry to 3, and he's not doing anything with him on the entry to 4, but losing space. Make it 2/10 at the line. He's getting great entry into the corner on Roberts, but not so much on the exit.
All right, man. Caution is out.
And caution behind us. Don't know what happened to Mr. Lepresto. We're going to look at Brett Strickler. Down into 1 and 2. Got in there pretty hot. Slid the right rear up into the fence. John Lepresto tried to get out here. I think he's a lap down. So I don't know if he is going to have a shot to make it through. Maybe if somebody else accidentally makes a mistake and gets knocked out, he can pick up a spot. Brett Strickler's car in the infield. I believe he is probably finished for the evening. Brett's been on kind of a string of bad luck lately in just about all the series. Just wrong place, wrong time, getting caught up in other people's stuff. He's been having a pretty tough go of it. So looking at the lineup, it's a Roberts, Faria, Hannigan, Brandt, McGathy, Harvey. That is not correct. Yeah, Bergeron is not in there. Hall, Zarfos, and then Lepresto. Alex Bergeron's car not on track. Don't know what that glitch is caused by, but one more time around for sure. They'll have about 5 laps to go when they get the green. Don't forget tomorrow night, triple header Thursday. Dirt Slingers Racing League Thursday Thunder. Presented by Tim Sims, Howard Johnson's of Lima, Ohio, General Tires. Wrapping up season number 8. Big season finale. They're going to crown their champion for that season tomorrow night. Coverage starts about 8 p.m. Eastern. And immediately following them, back-to-back shows, the Dirty Old Bastards Wicked Cushion 410 Outlaw Series. Everything tomorrow night from the fantastic Knoxville Speedway. Dirt Slingers there in the 360 cars. Dirty Old Bastards in the 410s. So a fun night of racing planned for triple header Thursday. We'll get ready to head into a holiday weekend. Guys, don't forget Memorial Day weekend coming up this weekend. Remember why we celebrate. It's not just cookouts and going to the lake.
Green flag.
Remember all the service people that give us the freedom and the opportunity to do that. But this B-Main back underway. Chris Roberts still showing the way. Brad Faria, Mason Hannigan, Todd Brandt now. Nick McGathy on the high side of Brandt. Those two drag racing down the backstretch. Everybody going to make it in. All 8 cars out on the track going to transfer to our feature race. And right now, McGathy and Brandt roughing each other up a little bit down the front stretch. Hannigan's slide job didn't work, and that's going to put Faria's car on its lid. Brad Faria is still going to transfer through. Probably going to start at the back of the A main, though. Jeremy Zarfos has taken his car off, and that's going to allow John Lepresto, late comer to the event, to transfer into the A main as well. So the lap's winding down here behind the pace truck. Appreciate everybody being here, guys. Sorry I haven't been a little more energetic, but man, this sore throat thing is just absolutely killing me right now. And I'm doing everything I can to make it through these 2 shows. I don't know how I'm going to make it through tomorrow night if I don't feel better tomorrow day. So looks like John LaPresto going to take the car back onto pit road. He knows he's got a spot. He and Brad Faria locked in. We'll leave 6 cars on the track. Going to be, we may not get to go back to green. That may be it for this one. The lights didn't go off on the pace truck. And when they come back around, they're going to get the 1 to go signal. Lap counter off just a little bit. When we cut out one of the consolation races, it messes up our lap counter just a touch. So they should get the white flag of this time by. When they come off turn 4 the next time, we're going to get down here. We're going to watch. We're going to see if the lights stay on in the pace truck. They do, and that is probably it. Next time we come off 4, it'll say finishing. It'll show us the checkered flag. Chris Roberts going to win that B main. Nick McGathy, Todd Brandt, Cole Harvey, Dustin Hall, Mason Hannigan, John LaPresto, and Brad Faria all transferring through to our feature race. They'll have a 2-minute warm-up session to get some final adjustments on the cars done. And we'll put 30 laps up on the board. Put these guys out here. Finish up Wingless Wednesdays. So it finishes just like we thought it would. Ready to get that 2-minute practice session up. 20 cars going to get some practice laps here for about 2 minutes. We will remind everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Wingless Wednesdays. You watched the Northwest Focus Midget Series presented by Cognitive Warriors and Wicked Energy Gum. You are watching the Paukens Custom Tailgate Games 360 Series. Going to wrap us up tonight. Appreciate everybody being here. Wicked Energy Gum, proud sponsor, bringing everything to the Dirt Racing Network. Guys, this month they are giving all of their profits, all their proceeds, to the Cognitive Warrior Foundation. Go by wickedenergygum.com, buy a packet of gum, or buy the t-shirt and gum combo, and everything that they sell this month they are going to give to the Cognitive Warrior Foundation. Casey Kane, their World of Outlaws sponsor driver, going to match them dollar for dollar. All going to a great cause. Let's go by and check that out. Support the sponsors that support all of us. Just about 20 seconds left in the warm-up session. And it'll be time for the feature race. Appreciate you guys tuning in, staying up late with me. But it is feature time. 20 cars, 30 laps. On the pole going to be the 29 Machina Taylor Hound to his outside, Rusty Kruger in the 5. Row 2 inside, the 44 Blake Cannon on the outside, the Dirt Track Terror, the 210 James Tiernan. Row 3, Kevin Click, the 25 on the inside, Anthony Lepresto in the 57 on the outside. In row 4, you're going to see the Hulk, David Heileman in the 49 on the inside, Tyson Landis, the 31, sitting on the outside of that row. Inside row 5, Todd LeBeau drives the 94 car, and on his outside, the 808, Mark Broderick, excuse me. Kendall Tucker in the 300 on the inside of row number 6 with Mike Keegan in the X on his outside. Chris Roberts, the Catfish, the 93 inside row number 7, Nick McGathy on his outside. That's the 073 car. Row 8, going to see the 112 Todd Brand on the inside, Cole Harvey, the 085 on the outside. And in the 9th row, you're going to see Dustin Hall on the inside. That's the 331 machine with the 022. You're going to be Mason Hannigan. And on the back row, the 71 John Lepresto and the 72 of Brad Faria inside and out. And that'll be our 20-car field for the Paukens Custom Tailgate Games 360 Wingless feature tonight. Wrapping up Wingless Wednesdays right here on the Dirt Racing Network. Still having tornadoes in the state, Scott? I thought they'd all be in Missouri by now. If they race Friday, are you going to be at the track? Because I'm thinking about driving up there. All right, one more pace lap around. We got 30 laps on the board. These guys are going to cut it loose the next time off turn number 4. Howell and Kruger on the front row. Cannon and Tiernan in row number 2. Yeah, I watched that big one that was over there by, what was it, by Muskogee for a little while earlier. It looked like it stayed over a lot of open country, thank goodness. Anybody know anything about Joplin? I know they were under tornado watch. They don't need to get hit by another one. Good Lord. All right, pace truck headed in, 30 laps on the board. Taylor Howell on the throttle and the green flag, flying over the feature race here for the Paukens Custom Tailgate Game 360 Wingless Sprint Cars. 3 wide in turns 1 and 2. I saw Heileman in the middle. And we got a caution back behind these guys. Mike Keegan's car. Plenty of trouble for the X car back here. All right, in the middle of this, looks like Kendall Tucker got a little right rear end to him. Tyson Landis got up and over. That hooked Keegan. Keegan tried to get it going. Not sure there's a lot of damage on that car. Pace truck's picking up the field. We'll get the running order here in just a moment. Yeah, that'll work, man. Just let me know. I mean, if Friday it rains like they say it's going to and they cancel, then obviously nobody's going, but I think I'm going to try to drive up there and watch. I was going to try to make that whole weekend deal, go to Creek County tomorrow or Friday, drive up to Caney on Saturday, and then head up to 81 Speedway and follow the guys around for those 3 nights, but family obligations are going to prevent that. All right, it's Howell, Kruger, Cannon, Tiernan, Click, your top 5. Lepresto, that's Anthony Lepresto, Broderick, Heileman, LeBeau, and McGathy rounding out the top 10. All 20 cars, 19 cars on the track. Tyson Landis has taken the 31 machine behind the fence, and he is not going to be able to continue in this one, so we got 19 still on track. Kendall Tucker, the last of those. Should be going green this time off turn 433. Going to be the new white flag lap. All right, pace truck headed in. Taylor Howell bringing us back to the green.
Green flag, green flag.
Good start for the 29 car. Going to lead us into turns 1 and 2. Rusty Kruger, Blake Cannon. Blake Cannon slid in low, came out high, and Kruger was able to sneak around him on the very, very top side. Now Tiernan into the back of Cannon. That upset the car, and that put Click down his inside, but Tiernan powers it into 3 and 4. Oh, Taylor Howell found the outside fence. The 29 car tumbling back through the field. Go see what happened to the Mustang Oklahoma driver here. Down into 3 and 4. Pretty hot. Right rear up over the cushion. And that is going to end his night in pretty dramatic fashion. So put the 31 on the trailer, put the 29 car on the trailer beside him. 18 cars still on the track, 36 the new white flag lap. Kruger, Cannon, Tiernan, Lepresto, and Click the top 5. Heileman, Broderick, LeBeau, Magathi, and the Catfish. Chris Roberts now breaking into the top 10. Remember, the 93 car, your current points leader, 64-point gap between he and second place. I believe that's Rusty Kruger in second. So Kruger on the point, Cannon and Tiernan behind that. Watch out. Defending points champion from last season, Anthony Lepresto, sitting in the 4th spot. You should go green the next time. 28 laps to go.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh my, we were behind. We were still on the replay right there. Thought we had already advanced all the way. I guess when I pushed that button, it really didn't push, but they're back to green. Still Kruger, Cannon, Tiernan, and a caution. That's Todd LeBeau's car I seen back there go into the outside wall. I thought that's what I caught out of the corner of my eye, and we are correct. Go see what happened to the 94 machine back here. He's running about 7th. Goes down the corner. Same thing that's been happening to everybody else. Went down in the corner. Car didn't find any grip. Right rear. Right into the outside wall, and he's going to tumble. So we'll let them get all organized. We know 39 is going to be the new white flag lap. LeBeau taking the car to the infield. John Lepresto going to be the last of the cars out on the track making laps, in 17th position right now. Kruger, Cannon, Tiernan, Lepresto, Click still the top 5. Heileman, Broderick, Magathi, Hannigan, and Roberts are top 10. Yeah, race control confirming lap 39, so 27 to go. All right, Rusty Kruger back on the gas. Green flag back in the air. Still Cannon and Tiernan second and third. Lepresto in fourth. I saw Heileman go way high. Losing a few spots because of it. Hannigan, Click. Oh, now he's down to the inside wall.
Caution is out.
He found the inside fence right there. Spun it around in turns 3 and 4. So we'll move our white flag back to lap number 42. Kruger, Cannon, Tiernan, Lepresto, Broderick, Click, Hannigan, McGathy, Roberts, and Faria now in the top 10. Yes, he is. He is absolutely human. All right, green the next time we come around turn number 4. 26 laps to go. Kruger still on the point. Chris Roberts in ninth. That is enough. Not enough points to shake up the points lead, but it is enough to close the gap just a touch. Green flag back in the air. Back here, watch kind of the middle of the pack. Seems like everything's kind of been happening right around here. I think if they can get a full lap in, get everybody kind of spread out just a little bit. A little bit more racy. Oh, McGathy put it in there deep in 3, almost got Click. Roberts had to change lines to keep off the back of the 073 car. Now everybody's starting to find a little bit of a rhythm right here. A little give and take right there at 1 and 2. We are watching the 7th, 8th, and 9th right here. Nothing exciting happening at the front. Rusty Kruger, 9/10 of a second already over Blake Cannon. Anthony Lepresto got around Tiernan. Move him into third. That's a pretty good gap. Almost a second back as Broderick goes around Tiernan. Tiernan's car out of shape big time. He's trying to gather that thing back, and he is back here 10th, 11th almost by the time they get down the backstretch. He's got Kendall Tucker by him. Oh, car upside down. Going to go with Hannigan on this one. That looked like the 022 car. Hannigan was running about 5th or 6th right here. Right rear into the outside wall. Finds Kevin Click. Chris Roberts gets a piece. James Tiernan got a piece. So the field's starting to dwindle just a bit. We got a couple, 3 good laps in there. All right, top 10, Kruger, Cannon, Anthony Lopresto, Mark Broderick, Kevin Click, your top 5. Nick McGathy, Chris Roberts up to 7th, Kendall Tucker, James Tiernan, and Brad Faria still inside the top 10. Keegan Harvey, Brant, John Lopresto, and Dustin Hall rounding out the field. 15 cars still on the track. So 23 laps to go when we get the green. Going to lap 45. All right, we should be going green this time off turn number 4. Kruger's on the point. Green flag is back in the air. Take a peek a little deeper in the field. McGathy in 6th place. Slid it in pretty good on Click. Couldn't make it stick. Chris Roberts in the 7th spot right there. Here comes Kendall Tucker. Big slide job from Tucker. Tiernan now trying to make it 4 wide off turn 4. Chris Roberts and James Tiernan just a touch of contact right there, but nothing bad. Now McGathy out of shape. He's going to grab it back. He's going to fall back to about 11th. We're going to get up here. We're going to watch Click and Tiernan. Yes, sir, they are. 3 laps each time. We're watching James Tiernan in the 6th spot. Kendall Tucker has moved into the top 5. Mark Broderick now running in 4th. Lopresto still 3rd. Cannon 2nd. Kruger still in the lead. Oh, is that Tucker's car? Kendall Tucker hard in the wall, and Brant comes along and collects him. Down the backstretch, went off into 3 and 4. Same old story. A little too hot getting in the corner. He held it still. Todd Brant really didn't have much choice right there. So put another car on the hook down to 13. Make it 14. I think Brant's car is actually still on track. Yeah, he is way at the back, missing some parts. But it does look like Dustin Hall and Todd Brant both are going in. So we are down to 12 on track. Nick McGathy, the last of those. Todd LeBeau out there a lap down in 13th. Yeah, it's unfortunate that sometimes this cushion is just not very stable, I guess is the best word. It builds funny. It doesn't build as a ridge. It builds as kind of a lump and you can jump right over it. Hopefully in the new build they've made a couple of improvements. I won't hold my breath waiting for that. Might be another build or two down the road before they can improve it much, but it's getting better than it was when they initially introduced us to it. Kruger, Cannon, Lepresto, Broderick, Tiernan, your top 5. Click Roberts, Faria, Keegan, and John Lepresto now inside the top 10. A 48, the new white flag, so we are right at 20 to go.
Green flag, green flag.
Rusty Kruger taking us down to 1 and 2 under the green flag. Broderick took a peek on the inside, but he's not going to be able to make it stick, and caution at the back. Going to go back and see if that ain't McGathie's car. Oh, 73 car bumped the wall on the entry. Got him just completely out of rhythm and out of shape. He's going to go in, get it upside down. So we'll be at lap 51 when we get the white flag. Should have about 19 to go. Kruger, Cannon, Lepresto, Broderick, Tiernan, Roberts, Click, Faria, Keegan, and John Lepresto. Your top 10. Cole Harvey running in 11th, the last of the cars still out circulating around the speedway. Yeah, there's some where that thing just gets plumb rough. Here it's not quite as rough. It just doesn't build as a ridge. It builds as kind of a lump. And you got to be really careful how hard you put the right rear up on it. Knoxville, it builds as a lumpy mess all the way around. In Volusia, it'll build all the way up over the fence in turn 3 and 4, and you'll get the right rear up over the fence, and then the car's just absolutely gone. Lanier's pretty good about building a good cushion. I think Lima Land gets a little rough. Same with Kokomo. Eldora is just Eldora. It kind of builds a cushion like USA does. It's just kind of a lump up there, and if the car gets the right rear up on top of it, it'll snap it to the left real hard. So we are going back to green. We are 19 laps to go this time.
Green flag,
The green flag back in there. 3, almost 4 wide that time, and a 1 and 2. Broderick put it in deep on the bottom. Lepresto had to check a little bit for Cannon. And now he's got his hands full. Mark Broderick through the middle of 3 and 4, going to come off the bottom. I think Lepresto had enough momentum to secure the spot, and he does. Tiernan still in 5th. Chris Roberts now up to 6, your points leader. About to get in the top 5, and Kruger put it in the fence. Maybe that wasn't Kruger. Maybe that was Blake Cannon. Blake Cannon, your second place car. Probably got in there a little hot. Got it up into the fence. Oh, yeah. Right in front of Lepresto. Lepresto had nowhere to go. Don't know if damage was picked up on the 57 machine. We'll know when they get ready to go back to green. So we're at lap 54 for the white flag. Somewhere around 18, 17 laps to go and we get the green. Down to 10 on track cars, maybe 11 with Todd LeBeau back there being a lap down. Cannon, McGathy, Brandt, Hall, Tucker, Hennigan, Heileman, Howell, and Landis all off track.
54 or less than 7 minutes.
7 minutes on the clock, or we're going to get to lap 54, so going to be about 17 to go, 18 to go. 17 when they get the green. Race control trying to give me some grief here. All right, top 10 before we go green. Kruger, Lepresto, Broderick into third, Tiernan in fourth, Roberts, Click, Faria, John Lepresto, Mike Keegan, Cole Harvey. Your top 10, Todd LeBeau at 11th. That could be, Kevin. That definitely could be. And if history has proven anything, it will be Rusty Kruger or Chris Roberts. Right now, the green flag coming back out. 17 laps to go.
Green flag, green flag.
Field getting thin. Faria almost clipped Roberts. Roberts trying to put some pressure on Tiernan. Tiernan riding up on the high side, going to hang on to it. He's trying to make a run, take over the third spot. Get Broderick off the podium, and right now it looks like he might have it around the top of turn 2. Put the dirt track terror into the third spot. Kruger still out in front, 0.7 of a second over Anthony Lepresto. Another 0.7 back to James Turner. Broderick, Roberts into the top 5. Click Faria, Lepresto, Keegan, Harvey, your top 10. Anthony Lepresto closing the gap on Kruger. Kruger's car way out of shape all the way down the backstretch. The defending series champ, winless this season, sitting there in second right now. He can see the point. He wants to go get it. He's going to have 13 laps to do it when they come off turn 4 this time.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Caution on the speedway again. I believe the fourth place car, Mark Broderick, that time. Oh, yeah. Out of shape getting into 3. Found the fence. All right. I'll get you lined up with your top 10 here in just a moment. 57. The new white flag. Or about probably 4 minutes, give or take. Kruger, Lepresto, Tiernan, Roberts, Click, Faria, Lepresto, Keegan, Harvey, and LeBeau. 9 cars still in the lead lap. 10th car, 1 lap down. Appreciate all you guys staying up late, hanging out with me here on the Dirt Racing Network. Definitely been an interesting one in the second show on Wingless Wednesdays. The lights should go off on the pace truck this time. And they do.
About 2 minutes left.
Well, they said they got about 2 minutes. I think we're going to end this one on time. I do not think we are going to get to lap 57. So we will just have to watch it when the checkered flag is displayed. We will know who our top 3 are. We'll get them in here, get them a quick interview. Let them get on about their business. Know it's getting pretty late everywhere. Getting to be midnight on the East Coast, 11 o'clock Central Time. All right, green flag back in the air. We'll see how many laps they can get in. About 22, 23-second laps around here, so about 5 or 6. We're going to probably get in this right around lap 51, maybe 52. Kruger, Lepresto, and Tiernan in your top 3. Chris Roberts up into the 4th spot now. Kevin Click in 5th. John Lepresto's working the bottom side on Brad Faria. He's got 6th. Faria 7th. Keegan was 8th, and they moved Faria out of the way. Put Keegan in 7th and Faria back to 8th. Back at the front, 0.2 of a second separating 1st and 2nd. Anthony Lepresto really getting good runs through the center of the corner. Just can't find an open line to make the pass, and here comes a slide job. Put it in the wall pretty hard right there in front of Kruger. Kruger able to drive away with the lead. Here comes the slide job again in 3 and 4. And this time it looks like Lepresto's going to get it to stick. And he's got the lead. And he puts it in the fence. Kruger on top of him. Tiernan into Kruger. We must be on the last lap because of no caution coming out. Lepresto, Kruger, and Roberts right now the top 3. We're coming to the checkered flag. Looks like Anthony Lepresto going to pick up his first win of the year. Rusty Kruger in 2nd. Chris Roberts going to come home on the podium in 3rd. Remind everybody how to behave in polite society. Kevin Click, Mike Keegan, Brad Faria, James Tiernan, Cole Harvey, John Lepresto, and Todd LeBeau, the top 10 in this one. Time ran out on that. I'm going to have to get quick interviews in, get these guys to get parked here on the front stretch for us. Anthony's in there. Rusty is in there, and Mr. Roberts is making his way in there. It'll make for an interesting image, I promise you that. All right. Get the boys in here. We'll get started right away. All right. Mr. Roberts, you got a copy.
Gotcha.
All right, man. Well, you had a pretty good points lead. I want to say 64 when you came into the night. You come home on the podium. I think that could probably seal it up for you, can it?
I'm not sure. It just depends on how the drop weeks play into effect. But I know after seeing Rusty start 2nd, and I had to come from the B starting 13th, I kind of figured he was going to win, which Anthony edged him out there at the end. But I just basically kept my nose clean and unfortunately watched all the yellow flags come out and gain spots that way.
Well, sometimes winning the war of attrition is all you need to bring home a championship. But a good run for you tonight on the podium. I'm sure you got some thank yous, some shout-outs, and we'll let you get to doing your race control duties.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely, consistency, keeping the nose clean. Those always help win championships. That's how I've won most of mine here at DOB. But, I don't win many races, but I can somehow find a way to always finish good enough to clinch it. But Gotta give a shout out, as always, Paukens Custom Tailgate Games for helping us put the Wingless 360s on. He did commit next season as well already, so that's thanks to him for doing that. Wicked Energy Gum and Northwest Focus Midget Series for what they do for the midget race that you guys saw before this, which that was a pretty good one compared to this one, which it is USA. It's the nature of the beast sometimes. But, thanks to everything that they do for that, I do know that they are debating between themselves about who to possibly select to come on out there to the Northwest there and drive the midget from the series. So it'll be pretty cool when we find out who that is.
I'm trying to get that live on here at the end of the night next week, by the way.
Okay, cool. That'll be cool to do. And Wicked Cushion, Matt, everything that he does for us with the series, especially Tuesday, Thursdays, and then, also with the midget deal, we couldn't be as big and out there for everybody to see if it wasn't for him. Roger, you guys up in the booth with Dirt Racing Network do a great job. And everybody who continually comes out supports us either by racing or watching. Thank you.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Have a great Memorial Day weekend, and we will see you next week, sir.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow, maybe.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I forgot we got tomorrow.
Triple
Dang, I'm ready to go on vacation, dude.
Triple header Thursday.
Everything at Knoxville. Yeah, that's right. So I'll see you tomorrow night.
Sounds good, buddy.
All right, man. See you. All right, your third place finisher, the Catfish, Chris Roberts. I think, depending on his drop weeks, he probably sealed the deal right there. Rusty Kruger, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, Roger.
All right, man. Well, in this battle here, and you finished second behind Mr. Lepresto and right in front of the points leader, Chris Roberts. Drop weeks coming into effect. Talk to us about the race tonight and what that's going to do for the points.
Yeah, I just want to say I apologize to the rest of us in the field. It could have put on a better show if the fans just made yells in time right now, but had a decent points night. Finally finished one of these. Obviously, you could tell that was a bit of a struggle the last few weeks, but would have wanted to win. But Anthony drove a better race, was more aggressive, so hats off to him. We'll try and get him back in the next week.
Yeah, it looked like you were trying to stay pretty much married up to the top right there and just kind of hold on to the cushion car. Like the cushion went away a little bit. Maybe the car got a little free on you, and he made a pretty tough move and stuck it in there. And you guys a little bit of contact, but still some great racing. I'm not sure if it was just the cushion or maybe just a little bit of guys being too aggressive, but a whole lot of right rears in the fence. How easy is it to get over that cushion going into the corner?
Extremely easy. Like I said, I was just trying to drive it as straight as possible so I could be one of the few that didn't stuff themselves in the wall, and it's not really, it's hard to gauge, how much you can actually lean on it. Just weird physics. We all gotta deal with it. But once again, gotta thank the boys at Swindell Speed Lab Esports. James Ian's, Belby, Blake Cannon, Kendall Tucker. They do a hell of a job building these setups. Jake Swanson shocks. These virtual CSIs are just phenomenal. Gets me going good in these non-wing races. And hats off to Anthony for a great race, and we'll try and get a bit linear next week. Man, I can't talk right now.
All right, man. Well, we do appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night, buddy.
Sounds good. Have a good night.
All right, second place finisher, Rusty Kruger. Let's get him in here. Anthony Lepresto, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, I do believe this is your first win this season. Is that correct?
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah,
I
you're
haven't
the
raced, with the series very much.
defending points champion from last year, picking up your first win this time. Man, talk to us about this race. And I know it was a little frustrating for the drivers out there. The cushion just not very forgiving, and if you get in there wrong, the car's really in a whole lot of trouble. But tell us how the race was tonight for you.
Yeah, and it was super easy to get in there, get in the corner the wrong way too, and it just sets you up for a messy corner all the way through. So if you don't kind of nail the entrance out of the corner, you're almost screwed all the way around this place. So yeah, just thought we had a good shot at winning the heat race, but just couldn't come up with the pass there on Blake. He ran a pretty good race there, so was able to make a couple passes in the feature, and I knew we were kind of running out of time there towards the end, so I knew that I had to make a move on Rusty if I was going to have a chance at it. So just saw my opportunity and took it. And wasn't a whole lot of room there between me and him and the wall and the cushion and everything else. So just kind of glad we finished there.
Yeah, it seemed like that cushion just treacherous all night long, and if guys missed it just a little bit, we saw a lot of right rears into the outside wall. Absolutely nothing on the bottom in this one?
No, it didn't seem like it. You know, on the straightaways and the restarts, that was about the only time you could use the bottom, I hate to say. You know, even on the backstretch, there was kind of a cushion up against the wall that you kind of had to hit if you wanted to. You know, it kind of helps you get into the corner if you can ride that cushion all the way along the backstretch. But it's hard to do with as loose as these cars can get, and as slick as this track was. It's hard to be able to stay wide open up there without messing up. So I'll take it.
All right, man. I'm sure you got some sponsors you want to give a shout out to. Congratulations on the win. We'll let you do that, and we'll let you go celebrate.
Yeah, thanks, man. Just got to thank Wicked Cushion for everything they do for the whole dirt community on iRacing as well as real life. I want to thank you guys at the Dirt Racing Network for casting as always, and thank DOB for putting the show on.
All right, man. We'll look forward to seeing you later in the week, buddy. And if we don't get to see you this week, then have a good holiday weekend. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Your feature winner, Anthony LaPresto. Rusty Kruger second, Chris Roberts, the Catfish, coming home third. I got a feeling that might secure the points title for Mr. Roberts, but we will know more when we get back here next week at Lanier. Until tomorrow night for Triple Header Thursdays. Be sure you guys tune in for that. I am going to sign off of here. I'm going to go try to take care of this crazy throat so tomorrow night I can call both of the 410 races for you. But we look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Until we see you next time, keep it dirty, everybody. Good night.